Hey, hey, here to talk about A Prophet. One of the better movies of last year, 2009. Won second place at the 2009 Cannes Film Festival. Lost the top spot to The White Ribbon. It's a great movie. It's a prison film. It takes place pretty much entirely in prison, except for like a few vignettes where he gets released for a day. But other than that, the entire film takes place in prison. Smaller time hood has had a life of crime already at a young age. For his first major offense of age, gets 6 years in prison, and he's only used to juvenile detention centers. And he goes into prison, you know, a young man who's made some mistakes, and leaves a hardened criminal mastermind. So that's kind of what the movie's about. It's a prison movie. So if you've seen prison movies, the stuff that happens in prison movies happens here. But a lot more happens too. It's a nice reworking of the Frankenstein story. Be careful of what you create. It's really good. It's long. It's 2.5 hours. It felt long a little bit. I mean, anytime you watch a movie over 2 hours, maybe even over an hour and 45 minutes, you know that it's going on. It felt like it was long. And so I think that's what's keeping me from giving it a 10. I definitely think it will get better with time. It may never be a 10 for me, but it's a great film. It's French, subtitles throughout. That's the one note I wanted to make about the subtitles, was there's multiple languages being spoken here. I think as many as 3, maybe even more. And sometimes that's confusing to an American or English viewer, because they don't differentiate the languages in the subtitles. It's all, you know, white subtitles. There you go. Because sometimes in key scenes, people are saying things to each other in front of someone, and you think, well, they shouldn't be doing that. They're, you know, why isn't he reacting? And the reason they aren't reacting is because they have no idea what they're saying. They're speaking another language. So I wish that maybe technically they had assigned like colors to the different languages. Use white, yellow, and maybe an italicized something. I don't know. Again, I think there's like 3 languages being spoken in this film, like a lot. So again, that can lead to minor confusion for English-speaking viewer, or maybe for anyone who's not French, who doesn't understand the complex cultural divides they have over there. They compare it right on the box. I don't know if you could read it, but they mention The Godfather right on the box. Like The Godfather, A Prophet serves up crime as a metaphor for life and power. It's not unfair to compare it to The Godfather. It's an epic crime story. Not only is it a prison story, but it's also a mafia organized crime story. They are tied in this. I mean, it's a really good movie. All of the acting is great. Great acting throughout. Everyone has, like, really juicy parts. Even the small characters. The writing is probably the real star of the show here. It's a perfectly told tale. There's no like, ooh, what happened to that guy, or what, you know, what's going to go on there. Everything is wrapped up nicely. It's like a present. You know, it's wrapped up nicely and handed to you. Everything is there. So maybe that's why it felt a little long, is because they take the time to delve into everything and wrap up everything. So again, with the length, a little good with the bad, because the story quality is fantastic. The acting is great. Again, the characters are so well written. The actors have a lot to work with, and they really knock it out of the park. Well directed. I don't know the director's work. Where is the director's name? I cannot find it. Shoot. They're out of order on foreign films, just for your... Anywho, I'm not familiar with the director or his work, but very well directed, very well shot. You know, it's prison gray throughout, and he gets to go out into the world a little bit, and it looks different. It's bright. There's more yellows, and so it's very well shot. Wow. I just really enjoyed the movie. I saw it in the theater as well. This is the second time I've seen it. The girl with the dragon tattoos got me pumped up about watching all the foreign films from last year on my home theater setup, because it's so great. I love watching foreign films on a smaller screen. So now I think I'm going to go back and rent White Ribbon to see if I really... Because I thought White Ribbon was better than A Prophet, just because it was so unique. But I'm going to go back, I think, and watch it. But though I gave Prophet a 9 in my initial review, I still give it a 9. It maintained, it did not drop. It didn't really impress me any more than it already did. So it plays very well on the home theater, and you get everything read like that, and it's good. Trying to think of what else. I mean, it's a great movie. I can't say that I watched many French films, so it's the best French film I've seen in a while. And again, it was one of the best movies of last year. Easily top 10 last year. Top 15 at least, if I had to think about it. But top 10 last year. It's a great movie. So if you like... oh, I wanted to say it has sporadic but realistic and therefore shocking violence. And it really kind of comes out of nowhere. And kind of. But it's not too violent. They space out the violence, but when the violence is there and in front of you, it's like, wow. You know, it's intense. The movie is intense. So I would definitely recommend it. Another prison film that came out last year was Bronson. I thought Bronson was more of a character study than a prison film. I think Prophet's better, but, you know, I'd like to mention Bronson because good movie as well. You know, it's just a 9, and I hope you see it. It definitely needs to be seen. Again, comparing it to The Godfather is not unfair. That's all I'll say. So if you're the kind of guy, gal, who can sit down and appreciate The Godfather, love The Godfather, then you can love A Prophet. And that's about all I gotta say. It's a great film. It's a 9. Please rent it. It's one of the best things you can rent right now. Thank you.